Greetings fanboys and fangirls, I'm Erod and I'm the Blockbuster Buster. Let's face it, we live in a golden age of awesome comic book movies, but not too long ago that was most certainly not the case. I know that the original Superman and Batman movies have a very strong fan following, but they just never appealed to me. In fact, before Blade, there was only one comic book movie that I thought was truly awesome. The Crow. Now before I get going, I want to go ahead and clarify that I will not be discussing Brandon Lee's death. Yes, it was tragic, and I mean no disrespect to him or his family, but I find that when people talk about this movie, they obsess over the poor man's death and forget about the awesome movie that he left behind, so I will not be exploring the intricacies of his passing. Instead, I plan to celebrate the man's life and what I believe to be the greatest work of his career. The plot. Based on the pulp black and white comic book by James O'Barr, The Crow is a paranormal revenge story that follows the tragedy of Eric Draven, an underground rock star that is brutally murdered along with his fiancée on Devil's Night. The following year, Draven is resurrected as the spirit of vengeance, the Crow, to seek out and take revenge on the men who killed him and the woman that he loved. Favorite character? I've said it before and I'll say it again, Brandon Lee kicks ass in this movie. The Crow is insipid, twisted, and weird.
Suddenly, I heard a tapping, as of someone gently rapping at my chamber door.
Why wouldn't he be crazy? He watched his fiancée die and then he was resurrected by a magical bird to be the ultimate goth superhero. It's a wonder he retained any of his sanity. Ernie Hudson, as usual, is great as Sergeant Albrecht, who is the Commissioner Gordon to the Crow's Batman, and their banter is simply hilarious.
You shouldn't smoke these. They'll kill you.
Now I'll go ahead and admit it, during my preteen years I had a bit of a crush on Sarah, the Crow's kid sidekick. What can I say, she's an independent skateboarding chick, and I've always had a thing for older women. Sadly, Rochelle Davis quit acting after this film. Some say it was due to the impact of Brandon's death, but we will never know for sure unless she grants an interview. Old school comic book cool. Tony Todd is also in the film as the villainous Grange. What else can I say about Tony? The man is smoother than a crocodile's belly. But my favorite character is Michael Wincott as Top Dollar. This is the guy that I picture when I think of the devil. He is pure decadence and vanity personified, evil incarnate, in really cool clothes.
You're him, huh? The Avenger. The killer of killers. Nice outfit. Not sure about his face, though.
Favorite line? My favorite line in this movie just happens to be one of my all-time favorite movie lines of all time.
Guess it's not a good day to be a bad guy, huh, Skank?
No, it is not. Favorite scene? This movie is just littered with awesome scenes with beautiful dark gothic scenery, but my favorite scene is on the Crow's first night out, when he visits Gideon's pawn shop to get his beloved Shelley's engagement ring back. He is just tormenting the shit out of Gideon for making a profit from the misery and misfortune of others, and believe me, the little slime ball deserves it. And as usual, the Crow dispatches him in his unusual and poetic way.
Each one of these is a life. A life you helped destroy.
Is that gasoline I smell?
No, man. No! No! No!
Now that's what I call a shotgun wedding. FYI, this scene has a little cameo by Crow creator James O'Barr. Whoa, 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 there he goes, there he goes! Run, James, run! Final verdict. Seeing this film was an eye-opener for me, as I finally saw that comic book movies didn't have to be corny, creepy, or childish. This is a tragic tale of a man seeking to right a wrong that was done to him by truly threatening and evil people, who I guarantee you will pursue villainy nevermore. 10 points on the badassitude meter. Grab a friend and check it out. Check out my website, suckers!